Okay, I've been practicing medicine here on the coast for 20 years. I have devoted my life and my career to saving threatened and endangered species and trying to be the go-between between humans and animals on a regular basis. It's really unique in doing this, and the fact that I get to see problems that aren't usually a problem, or problems that shouldn't be a problem. So the powers that be make laws to try to protect themselves or try to protect animals, and in the process, sometimes the animals are the ones that get hurt, or the people ones get hurt, and sadly I'm that one that tends to go between them and tries to make every situation a good situation. Being a veterinarian, every case is different, every disease is different, every patient is different, and I have basically got to find some kind of an outcome to where a more positive thing happens in every case. Okay. Strengthening an individual, lengthening a life, saving an endangered species, one individual at a time, whatever it takes. Anyway, so this is cool. Gopher tortoises are no longer threatened and no longer endangered, but they are protected. So the laws haven't changed. So in other words, it's illegal for a person to go digging up a nest. Well, this client for the last several years does not want the laws and the powers that be to tell him how to run his yard, how to run his life, or how to do anything like that as far as these tortoises go. He has a property that came with gopher tortoises. This is probably the truth. I'm not going to question him anymore than I already have. And in doing so, I have been treating this guy's tortoises as a private individual, as a private doctor, and from a private individual now for a while. Every year, he brings me gopher tortoises, and I turn over these baby gopher tortoises to the powers that be, and the powers that be can then repopulate everywhere else they want to repopulate them. What's cool about this year, or different about this year, was he got a phone call where he'd said he felt something was different, walked outside in the yard, looked at the nest, and realized there was an ant mound at the nest. So he starts digging them up, gets ants all over him, and then he starts digging up the nest. Digging up the nest is actually illegal. But if he doesn't do this, we lose a bunch of baby gopher tortoises. So at this point in time, he digs them up. We find out that there's one or two that are a little bit on the injured side. We save them as best we can. Anyway, out of 11, we got 10 whole babies, including some neonatal surgeries and some things that were done to save the ones that were chewed up by ants. But anyway, here's some cute videos of some of the babies that we saved. They've been turned over to the rehab center. The rehab center is then going to turn them over to the powers that be. They will help repopulate the wilds of Mississippi with a species that needs help. And what's funny is, last I heard, the powers that be still want to jail this man for doing the good things that he's done. So I am that in-between person. I must protect his privacy and protect him as best I can, as well as protect the individuals and the law. Weird and strange to be me.